approaching at 1:30 p.m. I changed into my running kit and reported it to the track steward, a Mr. J. Price, to collect my track vest number, which was 138. My first event was the men's 100 yards at 2:10 p.m. I think I might have outdone the warming up session, because when my race came around, I had lost some of the spring in my step, and even the help of starting blocks for the first time, I could only finish 4th in my heat. My next race was at 3:05, a 220-yard sprint race. My legs now felt okay again, and I expected to run well over my favourite distance. I used my starting blocks again and got off to a good start, but again I just wasn't quick enough and was beaten by a couple of yards by seasoned campaigners John Robinson and Peter Graham of Wolverhampton. The last bit. The 440 yards final was won by Ron Taylor of Halesowen, a brilliant, easy, relaxed runner who seemed to glide over the running track and make the gruelling 440 yards race look so easy to run. His winning time was 52 seconds. Runner-up was I. Ransom of Wolverhampton and Bilston. F. Hicks of Birchfield was third. Prize value for win of that race was 30 shillings. The brilliant day's sport finished at 5:30, but I couldn't close the pages of this story without paying tribute to the brave racing cyclists who performed for our entertainment that afternoon. I was fascinated by the cycling events with the great risks that they took when racing so close. I had likened the stadium as a Roman gladiatorial arena, and the cyclists were sort of gladiator with their protective head and elbow gear on, and they lived to tell the tale and race again after they spilt their blood on the track, the many pile-ups they had during the afternoon's meeting. The Sir Harry Vincent Cup was won by Wolverhampton Harriers, and on the back there, it's there, 1955, Wolverhampton Harriers. So I just think that's fascinating, that of that account, that meeting, that there. The competition, hang on, oh, sorry.
Just to say that Ron Taylor was the Ron Taylor.
The event took place until 1964. Okay, that's the last time there's any entries on there. Interestingly, sorry, Jack Price passed away in Hayley Green Hospital in November 1965, aged 81. So I'm sort of thinking that the guy was the motivator behind this competition. He passed away, this didn't take place again. I'm really delighted that we got the thing back. What we're going to do with it, I don't know, but there is some talk of having an athletics competition of some sort. Interestingly, the other one of the historical trophies that the club has is this thing here. This is the Jack Price Trophy, first awarded in 1967 to D. White. We can only assume that the trophy was commissioned in the honour of Jack. To this day, it is still awarded annually for the best long-distance performance. There are many familiar names on this shield: Don Ray, Alan Smallwood, Fred Shepherd, Ray Bunn, Tony Bill, Eric Knight, more recently Mark Hadley. But in recent history, the most prolific recipient, winning the award on no less than seven occasions, is Mr. Al Tromans over there. So, Al, just to put into context what Al has done, Al first won this thing in 1990. Al, would you like to tell us about your 1990 experience with Clive Bridge at the London Marathon?
Oh, well, he got in the lead spot, which means he was right on the start line, and I was further back. But it was about the last half mile, I caught him up, asked me why, and he held my hand and more or less dragged me over the winning line. But I always told him, technically, I was in front of you because I was 17 seconds behind the start line. He was on the start line. He dragged me over the line, really.
Whoa. So, just also interestingly, last Sunday was the Great North Run, I think, and one of our guys was up there taking part, and he managed the half marathon race in 1 hour and 20 minutes. And he's supposed to be the #1 kid down here at the minute, right? I'm not saying too much. But Al ran for his first marathon there 2 hours 36. Divide that 118. So Al ran back-to-back half marathons faster than they can do nowadays. I'm just saying. So big up to Al. There you go. We are, bear with me, I've got that many bits of paper here. Sorry. We are shortly going to finish for a few minutes, but before we do, a lot of the information that we're using this evening, I've just, what's the word? Crewed it off. Plagiarised. Thank you, Glenn. It's a big word for you. Off a website belonging to Liverpool and Pembroke and Sefton Harriers, and a lot of this history about this club was written by a gentleman called Charlie Gaines, and Charlie was a fantastic member of this club. He would have loved, I'm sure, to have been here today. He did come with us early in the year when we went down to Neil Sollers for a meal, and Charlie sadly passed away earlier this year. I would like to read out a brief tribute to Charlie, and then if we have a round of applause for Charlie. We'll finish then, we'll have 15-20 minutes. Please grab yourself a glass of wine at the back there, some cheese, and then we'll come back and start again the second half. So, Charlie Gaines passed away on Monday the 2nd of May 2022. Charlie was born in Liverpool in 1933, and like so many of his generation, the war interrupted his early schooling. Yet Charlie passed his 11 plus and won a scholarship to the Liverpool Institute. At the age of 16, he joined his local athletics club, Pembroke Harriers, and it was with this club that Charlie fell in love with the sport of athletics, and in particular cross-country running. On completion of his national service, Charlie moved to the Midlands to enrol on a training programme at the Teacher Training College in Dudley. After qualifying as a primary and geography teacher, Charlie rekindled his love of athletics, joining our club, Halzowen ANCC, in the late 1950s. He was instrumental in the development of Halzowen ANCC as a club, volunteering whenever possible. He had a vision for athletics, which was based around club athletics and the benefits of regular activity could bring to the local population. In the mid-80s, Charlie returned to his city of his birth, but not before he had been awarded the honour of Life Member of Halzowen ANCC for his contribution to the club. Charlie maintained a keen interest in the activities of Halzowen, producing in-depth articles about the life of our founder, Jack Price, and recently attending the centenary dinner the club held on the 5th of March. His contribution to the sport of athletics is immeasurable, and he will be sorely missed. Rest in peace. Round of applause for Charlie. Thank you. Right, the comfort break for Mr. Love is now going to happen. Oh yes, I will. Around the room, you quite stretch your legs, get yourself a drink, get yourself a glass of wine. Around the room, we've got loads of memorabilia about the club over here. Please feel free to walk around, have a look, and we'll start again in about 20 minutes. There's posters over there, so that's it for now. 20 minutes. Get yourself some cheese, get yourself come back in a bit. Thank you.